Welcome to Concrete Block, the podcast where we dive into the latest news and current events shaping our world. I'm your host, Walter. Today, we're going to explore the ongoing saga of Brexit and its impact on the United Kingdom. It's been over 6 years since the UK voted to leave the European Union, and the consequences of that decision are still being felt. The UK has seen a revolving door of prime ministers, with 6 leaders brought down by the challenges of Brexit. From David Cameron to Keir Starmer, each has struggled to navigate the complex web of relationships with the EU and find a way forward for the country. The latest development sees Starmer's government introducing legislation aimed at aligning more closely with the EU on trade, technology, security, and citizens' rights. But despite these efforts, the UK's political turmoil shows no signs of abating. The rise of the Reform Party, led by Nigel Farage, has added a new layer of complexity to the debate. With polling suggesting a majority of Brits now favor rejoining the EU, it's clear that the country is still grappling with the implications of its decision to leave. As we examine the situation, it's essential to consider the economic and social costs of Brexit. The UK's GDP is estimated to be around 4.8% lower than it would have been had the country remained in the EU, while business investment has declined by as much as 18%. These numbers are a stark reminder of the challenges facing the UK as it seeks to forge a new path outside the EU. As we move forward, it's crucial to approach this topic with fairness and balance, acknowledging the diverse perspectives and opinions on Brexit. We'll be exploring this story in more depth, speaking with experts and analyzing the latest developments. We'll be right back with more of today's top news on Concrete Block. Welcome back to Concrete Block. We're diving into a complex and developing story that's garnered international attention. A flotilla carrying humanitarian aid to Gaza was intercepted by Israeli forces, resulting in the detention of over 400 activists from various countries, including Spain, South Korea, and Ireland. The incident has sparked widespread criticism, with many condemning the treatment of the activists. According to reports, the activists were forced to kneel with their hands bound behind their backs, and some have alleged physical assault while in Israeli custody. Italian journalist Alessandro Mantovani claims he was beaten upon arrival in detention, describing the facility as a place of terror. Another Italian activist, Dario Caratenuto, alleges he was punched in the eye and kicked while detained. Israeli authorities have not commented on these specific allegations, but the country's foreign ministry has stated that the activists' arrest at sea appeared to be lawful. However, the Office of the UN High Commissioner for Human Rights disagrees, saying the arrest seems unlawful and that any maltreatment should be investigated. The incident has also drawn attention to the Israeli blockade of Gaza, which charities say has led to a shortage of humanitarian aid in the region. The flotilla's organizers aim to break this blockade by delivering essential supplies. Israel's government, led by Prime Minister Netanyahu, has faced criticism for its handling of the situation, with some accusing ministers of using the incident as a political stunt ahead of potential early elections. As the situation continues to unfold, it's essential to consider multiple perspectives and await further information. The treatment of activists and the blockade of Gaza are complex issues that require careful examination and nuanced discussion. We'll continue to monitor developments and provide updates as more information becomes available. Welcome back to the Concrete Block. As we wrap up today's show, let's dive into a story that's been making waves in the UK. The government has announced a Great British Summer Savings campaign aimed at helping families enjoy their summer without breaking the bank. Chancellor Reeves unveiled a series of measures, including free bus journeys for under-16s in England in August and cuts to import taxes on basic foods. The move is estimated to cost around £300 million and will see a reduced VAT rate of 5% applied to children's menu meals, cinema tickets, and admission fees for attractions like amusement parks and museums. While some have welcomed the announcement as a positive step toward supporting families and the hospitality sector, others have criticized it as insufficient. Helen Miller, director of the Institute for Fiscal Studies think tank, estimates that the measures will lead to an average saving of around £10 per UK household. Meanwhile, Citizens Advice has expressed concerns that the announcement doesn't address the urgent need for a plan to tackle record energy debt and financial uncertainties faced by many households. As the UK grapples with rising fuel prices, higher energy bills, and food price increases due to the war in Iran, the government's efforts to wrestle back control of the political agenda are being closely watched. While some argue that more needs to be done to shield workers and households from the impacts of the conflict, others see this as a step in the right direction. As we conclude today's show, it's clear that the road ahead will be filled with challenges and uncertainties. But by staying informed and engaged, we can navigate these complexities together. That's all for today's Concrete Block. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, stay informed.